Alright, we are back. What is going on, everybody on YouTube? Griffin here, back with another part 2, obviously, of this live stream from Millennial Motivation Entrepreneur, of course. Looks like, what was his name? Adam was tuning in a little late. That was about the time he showed up yesterday, of course. Obviously, we already know today's not going that well, at least for me. I mean, it's not doing horrible. It's just not doing well, to say the least. But we're still obviously waiting on what's going to happen with the VIX futures, TVIX. I can't believe that we're still holding up. I mean, only down 2%. It's still down, which is not good, of course, for me. Same thing with DRIP. I mean, DRIP just keeps on dropping. /CL. I'm really starting to get a little bit worried, in all honesty, when it comes to DRIP and Gush. We've seen this huge, I mean, it just continues on this downward pattern. It's hit a whole new low, I think. I think this is like the lowest it's gotten since the 931. Let's go ahead and look right here. Obviously, it's had a push up. It's been selling off ever since. I think this is the recent low. Let me look at the 20-day. Yeah, on the I think for the last month or so, this is like the newest low for sure. And oil showing no signs of stopping. I'm debating if I should wait, see if it'll pass the 66 barrier, because I've identified over and over that around 66 is a pretty strong resistance for crude oil, and a lot of just news around oil right now in Yemen and Syria and so on is just pointing towards oil to continue to rise, which would obviously be very good for Gush, but very bad for DRIP. So good news is that DRIP is showing signs of oversold, even on almost every pattern, 1 day, as well as 5 day, as well as 10 day. I mean, just about every chart, DRIP is showing all signs of oversold. So I mean, we should hop. I mean, 13% is a really big drop and increase. Obviously, on the flip side, Gush is up around 13% as well. Obviously, those are like very big movers by far. I think DRIP will eventually get back above 11 for sure. There is still a possibility that, I mean, like I said, we're going to see above 12 once again. I'm just starting to, I need to like take a step back, just do a little bit of due diligence again, and see if I need to just wait until it gets up near 11 and cut losses. It's going to be major losses. Expensive lesson to learn, like I said. But you live and learn. Like I said, I made this trade stupidly at a horrible time. When I got back from a trip, I thought I had done my due diligence, but my due diligence, like I said, was only about 5 minutes at that time. So that was absolutely horrible. I can't believe I did that. I regret my DRIP trade more than I do my TVIX, which I'm obviously still waiting for a decent return on. We're still identifying a resistance right around the SMA, this 10-day SMA as well, if I remember right, as a 5-day SMA. But yeah, pretty much we're waiting right now. /VX is, I still can't believe it's holding. It's held above. It's pretty much held no lower than like 1990 today is like the lowest that I've seen it. And then it's just kind of gone up ever since. Obviously, it doesn't go directly inverse of the market. It slightly does, but it's obviously the more volatility we have, the more, like, the higher the VIX is going to be overall. How's it going there, Chris? Ever use MotiveWave or NinjaTrader as a platform with TD Ameritrade as your feed? Are you when you're talking about my feed, are you talking about for like chats or something? Are you talking about for like a chat like group, or are you talking about like charts specifically, because you're talking about TD Ameritrade as well? I've heard of NinjaTrader. I have not heard of the MotiveWave. I heard of NinjaTrader. I don't remember where, but no, I haven't used either of these before as a platform with TD Ameritrade as your feed. I don't believe so. I know I haven't used NinjaTrader or MotiveWave. So if you want to explain to me when you're talking about feed, I'm assuming you're talking about like maybe like a chat or something. Definitely interested in hearing what you have to bring to my attention. Like I said, pretty much I'm assuming you're new, because I haven't seen your name that I can recall on my YouTube channel. pretty much I'm always looking to like the whole point of this channel is just to like network with a whole bunch of like-minded people. I don't necessarily care like where anyone comes from. Like if you're a StockTwits person, obviously StockTwits has a negative not persona but negative vibe around it. Like I don't care like what groups or anything anyone's associated with. I'm just looking to pretty much associate with like-minded people. If we can all help each other to make money, the end goal is always make money. Obviously there's going to be pumpers and dumpers out there, but Chase Bank messaged me because I commented saying that credit cards are a joke and whatnot, and they messaged me asking why I felt that way, and I told them, and they just said thanks for your feedback. But anyways, yeah, I mean, I'm just looking to any way that I can like help people out, people help me. I mean, that's just the whole point of this channel. It's more of a community than just a channel here. Obviously, the channel name Millennial Motivation Entrepreneur, it's like more than just the stock market. I mean, we talk about all sorts of things. Just the end goal being financial freedom, of course. The stock market is just my main passion. That's why I talk about it so much. But I also like all other forms of just sources of income that just are not a job job. Job just over broke, as I like to call them. So yeah, that's just my quick spiel for anybody that's new. Obviously, we'll probably have new people hop in and out, hop in, and here and there I'll give a little channel plug or whatever. But like I always say, I mean, the end goal is just to network with a bunch of like-minded people. So yeah, if you want to let me know a little bit more about that, I'd definitely look into it, at least, to say the least. But how's it going there, Adam? Good to see you. I seen you a few minutes ago. I actually meant to hop on like before noon. I'm in Central Time. You all probably can't see because I think I have the subscribe button down here. Or not button, but like a little subscribe thing. It used to be a button, but YouTube took that away. I meant to hop on like around noon or a little bit before noon, like around 11:30 Central, so 12:30 to 1 o'clock Eastern. But I got on the phone with my grandmother for a little bit, had some lunch, walked around outside, got some fresh air, took the dog out, and girlfriend came home for a little, so now we are finally back. Yeah, I remember you said that you were missing the stream, but yeah, we're back. We're probably on at least till market close, maybe even a little after, just see how after hours shape up, see if it's as interesting as the end of the day yesterday. Robinhood is almost impossible to use for day trading because of PDT. Not really. Damn straight subscribe. Awesome. Thanks a lot. But yeah, no. It depends. Like, there's technically you can day trade with Robinhood. It's just you have to use the cash account to really day trade, unless if you have that 25,000. Timothy Sykes, I don't know why I'm getting his notifications. Isn't it weird how sometimes YouTube will send you notifications even though like you don't hit the like notification like little bell? Does anyone else have that problem? Not problem, but like does that happen for anyone else? But what was I gonna say? Oh, day trading. So like you have to use a Robinhood cash account unless if you have that 25,000 because of yes the PDT rule. If you use a Robinhood cash account, you can do as many trades as you want until you run out of buying power, like cash on hand, essentially. So, like, say you had $500, and say you wanted to buy, to keep it simple, 50 shares of TVIX at $10. Not that you would or anything. That's just an example for this to make numbers easier. So then you would have no more funds to trade with for, like, the rest of the day. However, say you bought them and sold them at 1040 for your, what is that, like 4%? I don't think it's 4%. What would that be? $10 to 1040, that's what? Yeah, about 4%. So 4% profit. So you made your 4% profit, whatever, but you'd have to then wait for that the day you sold those shares, you'd have to wait that day plus an additional business day. So those funds, like whatever funds that I sell today from my cash account are not going to be available, if I even do, won't be available until Thursday. And if there was a holiday on like a Friday or something, whatever you sold Thursday wouldn't be available till then. Tuesday, because the holiday doesn't count as a business day. So it kind of feels like 2 days, but it's still one business day. Pretty much there's just the one business day plus whatever day you sold the shares on. That is how like you end up avoiding the PDT when you're using a cash account, because you're trading with settled funds. Once the funds are settled, you don't have to worry about the PDT, because all the PDT is it's saying that unless if you have like $25,000 is like the minimum you have to have in a margin account, and you have to maintain $25,000 in there at all times, then it's just pretty much saying you cannot trade with unsettled funds. So with the cash account, you already can't anyways. It will not let you. That's where, like, if you watch your buying power obviously drops as you buy shares, and when you sell them, you'll see that it takes a whole business day for those to become available. Looks like we have some news. Midday ETF update. ETF stocks rally as trade war wane following comments from China. That's old news. Come on now. But what was I going to say? But yeah, like you hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know and I'll try to elaborate even further. But yeah, when you're using like a Robinhood cash account, that is the way, number one way that you can go about. You can do as many trades as you want with the same stock even. Like I traded TVIX 2 times. You just can't like do short selling, if I remember right. You can't do like short selling. What else can't you do? I think that's about it, really. Short selling. And then obviously we found out, I think you missed that. We found out that I cannot do options. You can't do options with Robinhood unless if you have a marginal account. That is something that people must know. We were talking about that earlier. I literally reached out to Robinhood first thing this morning. They got back to me pretty quick, actually. It only took them about an hour. They got back to me. I pretty much said, do I need to have a margin account to be able to trade options? And I was like, because I don't want it. I was like, I just want a cash account and trade options. They're like, no, you have to have an option account. We only allow option accounts to do options currently. They said currently. So they kind of left the door open for a possibility that in the future cash accounts might be able to. But for the time being, no, you do have to have a margin account with Robinhood. Let's see, flip some Facebook options. I know, so did, what's his name? The guy, I don't think he's in here right now. Shoot, I forgot his name. Who was it? The guy that was in here yesterday that was talking about options. I forget his name, the other one. Shoot, we were just over there. I don't think I have that chat pulled up anymore either. But, yeah, only this chat. Shoot, I forget his name. But, yeah, he said I do have his profits pulled up here, actually. Look, dude made $3,100 off of his Facebook ones. He put Facebook calls at 160. I forget where he said he sold them off exactly. I think he said like when it was at like 160.50 or something like that. But yeah, dude, that's amazing. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, you guys are definitely making me want to hop on the options game. God damn it, I accidentally hit that. Get out of here. I definitely want to learn all about that. Yeah, I think it was Charlie. Looks like you put a little bit more. No, incorrect. I trade cash with Robinhood options. Really? I'm almost positive. Damn, I'll have to check. Yeah, I mean, that's where, I mean, you want to read that fine print for sure, because I don't know if, I think you were watching also yesterday. You might not have. Someone, it was either you or that Charlie guy. I think his name was Charlie. Shoot, I just forget his name off the top of my head. I would have to like go back and look at the stream. But, yeah, we were sitting here going through literally paragraph by paragraph. There was like 42 stupid amount of paragraphs in the fine print. And then finally I saw something where I saw the word account. And then that was when I started looking. It said you agree that Robinhood can change your account to Robinhood Instant, pretty much marginal account. And then you will maintain the minimum of like $2,000 or whatever it is in the margin account. Which obviously right now my, Nick. Looks like we got a new subscriber. Awesome. Welcome. Love to have you guys here. Like I said, if you subscribe, by all means, not even if you don't even have to subscribe. If you want to subscribe, and you want to join the conversation, just hop on in that chat. I mean, we're all about building a nice community here. We all want to make money. We all want to just achieve financial freedom. But love to have you here. Awesome. But yeah, so obviously with like my account, I'm still only roughly around like $800, $750, I think, as we speak. But, that was weird. But yeah, so I'm obviously going to have to wait. $2,000 isn't too far out. I think by the end of April, my account's going to be roughly I might not be quite at 2,000, but we'll be getting close to $2,000 by the end of April, I'm assuming. So as long as I stop making stupid trades and do my due diligence, of course, and don't trade just based off of what I feel is going to happen, but what is actually going to happen. I mean, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, it definitely, they might not right away. I don't know how long you've been doing options with Robinhood. They might not do it right away because obviously they're trying to just get as many people approved for it as they can right now. But yeah, I would at least just go back through there, read it. I mean, you can email them yourself. Like I said, they respond to me pretty quick. It was like within the first hour this morning, is before market open, they respond to me. I screenshot it actually. If you want to take a look, actually, I'll pull it up here on my email real quick. I'll literally pull my email up right now so you can see it. Like, I mean, I wouldn't make something up like that. I mean, trust me, I want to get into options like as soon as possible. I mean, I definitely want to learn, obviously, before I do. I mean, I got a lot to learn still. There's my email. If you ever want to send me an email, look at all this stupid stock twit stuff. People get mad at some of my stuff. I tell you what, just mention. But yeah, here we go. Options trading. Let's see. I think it is right here. Thanks for writing it. Yes. Ouch. That's unfortunate. Let's see. I think this was theirs right here. So as you can see, this is very important. I mean, everybody needs to see this. Robinhood Help Center. Thanks for reaching out. Yes, you need to maintain a margin account in order to be able to trade options. Robinhood does not support options trading in a cash account. Let us know if you have any other questions. So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty plain forward right there. That's Robinhood support. I mean, see, like I said, it only took them about an hour. Yeah, I texted them pretty early this morning. Central Time, 5:46 a.m. And see, they responded within about an hour and a half. So, I mean, they're pretty good. I think if you hit them up early in the morning, like really early, they're pretty quick about getting back to you. But, yeah, I mean, that's proof in the pudding right there. So, I mean, yeah, it's unfortunate, but, I mean, like I said, I understand why. So, I'm not, like, too bummed out about it. It does kind of suck, but, didn't mean to hit that one. It is what it is. It's not, like, a huge ordeal. Gotta go teach. Thanks, I'll be back. Oh, awesome. I want to know where you live, by the way. I don't know if you're still watching now or not, but where do you live exactly? Not live, but you know what I'm saying. Like, where are you out of? And do you teach like public school, or like what are you teaching exactly? I'm assuming some form of school, but awesome. I feel like teachers are highly underpaid, by the way. I'm sure that'll make you happy. I feel like teachers should be paid more than athletes, if you ask me, but sometimes that's an unpopular opinion. I really hope TVs can pop back up. From Detroit, now in New York and New Jersey. Awesome, Northeast. You're near New York Stock Exchange. But awesome, man. Yeah, I'll be on probably at least till market closes, what I'm assuming. Because who knows with this market, we can see another huge turn down or up like yesterday. I'm a therapist in the morning, teach 5th, 9th, and 10th. Wow. That's awesome. So by therapist, do you mean like a counselor or something? I don't want to hold you too long. I know you got to go. But high school is finances and stocks. Oh, yeah? Hell yeah. See, like, where I live in a little college town, Columbia, Missouri, like where University of Missouri is. Hate that university, to be honest. But, like, just the public school system here, they don't teach you, like, anything about, like, the stock market or anything. It's a damn shame. Like, all they really do is teach you, I mean, we have a decent personal finance where they just teach you the basics on, like, staying debt-free and whatnot, how debt's that's one thing I can tell you is that, like, they're really good about steering you clear of debt. But not social work. I love the accent. See, everyone says I have an accent. I hate that. I feel like when you hear yourself. See, I probably think you have an accent too, because you're from Northeast. That's what everybody says. Everyone says. Now, see, when you move here, you're gonna get their accent. When you move there, you're gonna get their accent. Everyone says I have an accent. When I listen to my YouTube videos, I always try to like raise my voice a little bit because like I always like feel like my voice kind of just sounds like groggy, and I'm like, man, how the hell do I change that? I hate the accent. It's just, and then some people say like I have almost like a country accent. I'm like, god damn it, because like no one in my family really has a country accent, in all honesty. Like no one does. Out of everyone, maybe my grandpa, but that's about it. I mean, yeah, it's pretty funny. Most people around here don't have that accent that apparently I have. It's pretty funny though. I mean, I have Midwest accent. My students love it. Awesome. That's awesome, man. But yeah, like I said, I mean, I'm going to be here till market close. So, I mean, whenever you can come back. And I'll probably stay a little after close, see what happens after hours. We usually have a little upward trend or downward trend, it seems, after hours sometimes. So, I'm probably going to be here, like I said, at least probably another 2.5 to 3 hours. So, yeah, I mean, whenever you can hop back in, that'll be cool. Gotta go by thing. Awesome, man. See you soon. But yeah, for everyone else, I mean, go ahead, hop in the chat and throw out some ticker symbols you want me to break down. I finished teaching at 6. Oh shoot, whew. 6 Eastern, I'm assuming. So yeah, no, I probably won't be here. Whew. I'll probably be resting, maybe eating some dinner, hopefully by then. But yeah, take care, man. Hopefully I'll have a video up this evening, also maybe like a tutorial kind of video, hopefully. If not, then it's probably going to be this weekend. But I hope to get one up tonight. Just depends on how tired I feel after today. I'm hoping that since I took a little break, a little lunch hour break, that I'll be good to go for a few more hours. Like after I end the live stream, I want to get some more videos done and whatnot for you guys. So, yeah, that's the outlook for the next week. But yeah, take care, man. Awesome. Oh, shoot. Really just waiting. We're consolidating really well again. TVIX slowly trying to come back up in the positive. Only down about 1.5% currently. Did you guys see Sprint? Look at that. Look at that. It was up 22% at one point. I saw this. I was watching CNBC at lunch. The Sprint and T-Mobile talks are on again. Obviously, they're on and off, on and off, on and off. We look at the 180-day. I mean, you can almost see when they're on and off. I mean, actually, it doesn't look that horrible. I thought it was going to be kind of like this. But it sounds like it's really serious this time. And what does that mean for, like, all the other cell phone companies? Look at AT&T. Up, like, what, 3%? Something like that today? Yeah, about 2.25%. Look at Verizon. Up about, what, 3.5%? I don't know what T-Mobile is. Shoot, I forgot their ticker symbol off the top of my head. It's not just T, because that's AT&T. Was it TB? No, god damn it. I forget their symbol. Shoot, but they're up also about like 10% last time I checked. But see, like trades like that, it's just almost impossible to catch them. When the news hits, it's just one of those stocks where it's like once the news hits, it's gone. I mean, it's just to the moon. I mean, literally to the moon. I hate using that term, but look, this is the minute chart. I mean, we were literally flatlined. Nothing. 15.15 or 15.16-ish for just all morning. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes. We jumped. However high that was. We jumped 24% at one point in a period of like 10 minutes. Like, it's hard to catch those guys. Don't feel bad if you missed out on that. I mean, you would literally have to be glued to the news to see what happens. It's kind of settling out here right around 6 to 610. I look for it to probably go ahead and pull back right back down to 550 to 560, but who knows? It could just continue to settle out, and if the merger actually happens or if more news comes out about it, you might see another spike. I don't think you're going to see another 20% spike or anything, but yeah, I mean, if you were already in Sprint, cash that shit out. Unless if you're a long-term investor and are hoping for something like that to happen. If they actually merge, I wouldn't be surprised if Sprint goes up to like $10 eventually. But I think 10 is about the max it's probably going to get, in all honesty. And you see the volumes kind of just went to shit ever since that peak of the news. But, man, that's awesome. That's awesome if you caught that. I want to know if anyone caught that today. If you caught that, man, Sprint was borderline a damn penny stock. I mean, it's awesome. But, yeah, I mean, if you're new, welcome. I'm going to check up real quick how we're doing. We still got 3 people watching. But, yeah, welcome. I mean, if you're new to the channel, I am Griffin Thomas. I run this channel, The Millennial Motivation Entrepreneur. You're probably wondering, like, what do I mean by that kind of, like, channel name? We're not just about the stock market. I didn't want to when I made the channel name, I wanted to think of, like, what I am, like, what I want to do for people, and I didn't want to limit myself to like one market. I changed the channel name a few times, in all honesty. It's been Millennial. I think at first, okay, that I have a certificate up there where I hit 250 subscribers. I had another one where before my name was like Millennial E-commerce Entrepreneur. That was when I was into like Amazon, eBay, all that kind of stuff. And I knew it was kind of limiting. I was like, well, if I start doing stock markets and finance helping people financially, that's not really going to tend to lean more towards e-commerce. That's more just finance. And I was like, well, I don't want to limit myself to like one specific. Trump just tweeted. Very thankful for President Xi of China's kind words on tariffs and automobile barriers. Also, his enlightenment on intellectual property and technology transfers. We will make, let's see what it says. It cut off there. We will make great progress together. That tweet's not too bad. That might help the stock market some. But, yeah, whole point of the channel, I didn't want to, like, limit myself. So pretty much what you can, like, expect from this channel is obviously a bunch of stock market talk. We talk about stock market, like, on the daily here. Because, I mean, it is my true passion overall. I won't even, like, try to hide that. It took me a while to find it. I started out selling on Amazon and eBay after being scammed by a YouTuber. Or not YouTuber, but like a YouTube channel. It's like a whole network company apparently that should be taken down, if you ask me. They claim all these false claims about. I should have checked the Better Business Bureau, but I was young. I was only 18. I was stupid. I mean, I wasn't stupid. I was just ignorant. I mean, I didn't know no better, and I got scammed. I didn't get scammed out of a lot because I was smart enough. By the time I was scammed $90, I was like, hold on now, because I mean, I was broke still. I was only 18 years old, making 10, 11 an hour, nothing big. And I was like, what the hell? I'm not going to keep paying for this. And I started looking into it. I was like, fuck, I just got scammed. But good thing out of it came. I started an Amazon and eBay business. And along that same time, I was like, you know what? There's a bunch of, like, bad. I mean, I don't want to, like, I never want to start drama with other YouTubers or anything. I hate drama more than anything. But, I mean, let's be real. There's a lot of scammers on YouTube, on the internet overall. I think we all know this. And I was like, if I can start just a legitimate YouTube channel where people can just come in, help each other out, we can talk stocks together, we can help each other out financially. We had Cuckoo78, I believe was the YouTube name, yesterday in here. Dude's like $118,000 in debt, and was just wondering, we were breaking down how he can start paying off his debt as soon as possible while looking at stocks. I mean, I was talking about what he can do if he wants to dip his toes in the stock market to make some extra money. Because for some people, I mean, you don't have to do this for a living. That's what people fail to understand. You can take like $500 to $1,000, make 3%. I mean, let's break the math down really quick. I hope I'm not like causing people to like leave or anything. If you all don't like what I'm talking about right now, just let me know and I'll like change the subject. I'm not like trying to recruit you into my channel or anything at all. I hate people that do that myself. But I mean, literally, what I was like pretty much explaining was like, you can take just $1,000, which I know a lot of people don't have. So I mean, let's like go ahead and even just say 500. I mean, you can take just a $500 investment. Obviously, I always suggest doing paper trading at first, no matter what type of form of investing you plan on doing. But like, let's say like you're like me, you're just all about covering profits. You don't care about making huge money or anything. You just want some extra money. Let's say you only make about 3% per day. Obviously, you're going to be using like a Robinhood free cash account, so you're only going to be able to trade about 10 to 11, maybe 12, sometimes market days out of the month. So you're at $15. Obviously, compounding interest per month is going to work in your favor. That 15 is going to turn into like $15.50 and then 16 cents, so on. But let's just say, so 15, let's just go ahead and round it and say 16 after compounding interest is what you make on average per day. Let's say you don't even make that, because let's be real, you're going to have some red days. Let's say out of, I don't know, 10, 11 market days, let's just say out of 7 you profit off of that. So I mean, that's $112, and I know it's not a lot, but some people could really use $112 extra a month, and that's just like, I'm always preaching on that kind of stuff. Just any way to like make some extra money, and obviously the more that you keep that money in there, you don't have to pull all that money out. That's what people fail to understand about any business. They think once they start making money, they need to pull all their profits out. One, you need to keep about 30% in an extra account anyways for taxes and whatnot to begin with. Two, I mean, if you just let that money stay in there, keep growing, the power of compounding interest just is insane. I have a book actually. I've been putting in my description for the longest. I don't know if it's in there right now, but I usually put it in. I don't know if it is or not. I want to check, but there's no point. I mean, most people won't look at it anyways. But I mean, I read it finally. It's the book Compound Effect. That book, once you read it, I mean, if it doesn't like just light a fire under your ass to like just really start throwing money in investing accounts, no matter if it's 401k, 401bs, Roth IRAs, traditional, like whatever, that day trading, just the power of compounding interest is so huge, and people don't understand. If you just keep your profits in there, keep compounding them day by day by day, you just have a mathematical explosion. I mean, it's insane. So I mean, that's what this channel is about in essence. I don't want to like rant on it too long. I probably already have been going on it too long. Hopefully no one is mad or anything about that. It's just I want everybody to succeed at the end of the day. That's just pretty much what this channel is about. So if you're into that kind of thing, definitely consider subscribing and shouting out any ticker symbols, or hope I'm pointing in the right corner. I don't know if I need to point the other way because of how the camera is or not. But go ahead and ask something there in the chat. I mean, we're here to talk about anything. Obviously, we're here mostly about stock markets, but we're not just about the stock markets here. I mean, it's everything. Any way to achieve some financial freedom, that's what we're all about here. So Sprint's back up 3% the last 5 or 10 minutes. That's a pretty big jump, actually. Someone put calls on Sprint today. They were smart. So TVIX bouncing, keeps on bouncing off the one-day SMA. I like that. SMA still actively trending up. I like that. Obviously, when you're doing technical analysis, when it comes to VIX overall, /VX and so on, technical analysis is almost thrown out the window. But the good thing is that yes, it is actively trending up for today. It keeps on bouncing off of its SMA, so it's gonna be fun to watch. Fun to watch how this keeps on going. Is it gonna stay below right now? Right now, we're slightly below the SMA. We did for a little bit right around the end of lunch hour, right around when I hop back on here. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. See how we're doing. That's another thing. If the stream quality, for whatever reason, falls, like, not falls, but like starts to like break up or something, if we have any technical issues, be sure to just let me know. I don't have anybody, like I don't have like a team of people. I don't have anybody like watching my stream for me or whatever, like moderating it to make sure that everything's okay. So if like I start to have any technical issues, please let me know and I'll try to fix them as soon as possible. TVIX is such a good play, like day trading. I mean, unfortunately, I'm stuck in it. I'm probably, in all honesty, gonna cut my losses today if I don't see me making my money back for sure. I did a stupid trade with TVIX, and it's costing me a lot of money, in all honesty. But tried to average down a little. But I mean, look at the overall profit margin just day by day. I mean, say you got in. Let me zoom back out a little bit. I mean, say you got in when it started running up in the morning. Most people would have panic sold, but still got 3.5%, which is beautiful. 3.5% a day keeps the bills away. But I mean, say if you wrote it up here, that's 5%. That's beautiful. I mean, me personally though, I am the guy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm the guy who probably would have sold right up here before it started really going down. I would have probably only got about 3% for the day, but it's still beautiful. I mean, I just love the fact that you can make money off of money. Make your money work for you. That's what financial freedom is all about. Everybody's going live. So we need a good green candle. Come on. Don't keep trending down on us. I thought Trump's tweet would have a good little effect on the economy, or not on the economy, on the stock market. SPY is currently at 265.05. I keep telling you guys, I've been saying it all. I said it all morning this morning. I said it all day yesterday. I said if SPY cannot consistently hold above 65, and I mean considerably above 65, like I'm talking like really like up near 66 and not come back down. If it does, I mean, it just consistently comes back down below 65 time and time again. Apparently we dropped all the way down to 263 for a quick minute. I bet there was some panic selling going on right in there, but it's just having issues. I mean, yes, this week overall so far, it has been actively trying to trend up, which people like, of course. I mean, obviously, on Friday, we had this huge sell-off. Monday, we started to push up some, had another sell-off at the end of the day. Today is looking a lot similar. I mean, we didn't have quite as much of a push-up today. I mean, we were up, what, like 2% at one point on the day? Yeah, or about 1.5% apparently. I thought it said we were up 2% at one point. Either way, about where we are now, about 1.5% up. Came back down. Right now, technically from open, we're only up about 1%, but obviously, like on the day, we're up quite a bit. Because I think, where do we close? We closed like right around here, if I remember right. Yeah, 1.5, pretty much dead on. I actually kind of guessed on that. But yeah, we're up 1.5%. We're kind of, it looks a lot like yesterday in all honesty, but it keeps having these push-ups after hours, mostly because obviously last night we had President Xi come out. We already talked about that. A lot of people are thinking that for some reason we're like the bull market's back on. I'm not ready to say that personally. I keep saying for me to firmly believe that the bull market's back on, we need to not only, like 265 is the first milestone. We need to stay above 265, continue to trend up. Overall for the markets, yes, it looks good that it's hopping above that SMA, the 10-day or 20-day, whichever one we're on, 10-day. Yes, that's good that we're trending up the last couple days. But look, which one was I going to look at? 20-day. Look, 280. And I mean, I'm being kind of conservative by saying we need to get above 270 before I even begin to believe I identified 270, because you see this just rough little movement right around 270. I think that's going to be a solid resistance right around 270 to 271. We need to get above 270 and continue to be actively trending up before I even begin to consider that we are back out, or not back out, but are back in a bull market. You can see that we're actively trending down still. We've done this time and time again where we kind of get up and then we come back down, we get up, we go down, up, came back down, up. What's going to happen today and tomorrow? I said this week, like obviously I'm like no fortune teller or anything, but I said this week would probably be the week we would know if we're going to continue into a bear market or if we're going to kind of pull ourselves out of this thing and head back into a potential bull market. So it's going to be interesting. But yeah. So like I said, I mean, okay. How's it going, Josh? Right? I'm still learning names. Josh, how's it going, man? What do you think of swing trade on drip? I just went over drip. Like I know you probably just came in. To be honest, I'm slightly worried about oil prices continuing to rise. Obviously, you never want to go just based off of news, but Yemen, Syria. There's another one. Is it Saudi Arabia maybe? I know Yemen and Syria for sure. Apparently there's some high tension stuff going on. Obviously Syria, we all know what's going on in Syria right now. Just a whole bunch of stuff going on that would cause oil to go up. Many are predicting that if oil can break through that previous, let's go ahead and take a look so you all like actually see what I'm talking about. If we break through, this is just one day. When the hell did we hit the 66.66? Come on. Pretty much if we break through the 66 to 67 barrier, we're just gonna continue on up to 70 plus is what a lot of people are thinking. This is not good for drip. It is good for gush. Drip continues to make newer lows of late. Yeah, you see 6641. So yeah, if we break back above $66 and just show no signs of no signs of stopping, I mean obviously you're gonna have minor pullbacks. Those would be good potential day trades for drip. But man, I don't know. It's a tough call in all honesty. I keep thinking that oil's going to pull back eventually, but I do know that by previous years, previous trends, oil always tends to go up spring and summer to begin with. So that's not a good sign for drip. Very good sign for gush. And then just everything that's going on in the Middle East. That's never good for oil prices. That's why you're seeing a 3% rise on oil today alone. So, I mean, could oil be slightly overextended? Yes. Being up 3% today alone is usually very unusual. Oil usually only moves roughly like 1% up or down. It can be a big mover, but I mean, when you look at the 20-day or 10-day, whichever, I always get confused which one I'm on. On the 10-day, we're overextended on the SMA by roughly 3%. So, I mean, we're up 3.17. When you look at the 20-day, we're overextended still by roughly about 2.5%. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if sometime maybe by the end of the week or into next week, just depends on how this whole Syria thing shakes out. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point in the near future we have a minor pullback, 2 to 2.5% pullback, which would be very good for drip. But the thing is you have to do your risk versus reward potential, like we were talking about earlier. Drip being down like 13% today, because obviously oil's up 3%. You want to calculate that risk. If oil drops even 2%, you'd assume drip would jump up probably roughly 10%. You have to calculate how long is it going to take. Could you possibly wait, let oil continue to rise, and maybe even get drip at a lower price? Me personally, I pray to God drip doesn't get any lower than it is now. I'm looking to just cut my losses at this point, in all honesty, on it and TVIX today. And like I said, just learn my lesson and move on. But, yeah, I mean, there's a possibility. I would at least wait for signs of a potential pullback on oil at the minimum. So, like, what would I mean by that? Look at the 10-day. I don't think it's going to drop 3% that far, like on the 10-day. But, like, if we look right here, what I want to see is like a solid, we're on a 30-minute. So, I want to see at least 2 red candles on the 30-minute before I would consider hopping on over to drip. Yes, you're probably going to miss out on maybe like 0.5% of profit, maybe even 1%. But is that 1% worth the potential risk on like going ahead and hopping in now when you see, I mean, it's still trending down. It was just at 1081. Now it's down to 1079. It's dropped 2 more cents just since we've been talking about it here in a minute. So, I mean, yeah, I would just wait for some form of confirmation that /CL is going to start to drop off or pull back. I don't think it's going to sell off to like $60, $62 or anything anytime soon. But, I mean, obviously anything can happen. But, yeah, I'll just keep an eye for now on /CL. Wait for some confirmation of a pullback. It is well overdue for a pullback. And then, yeah, I think, yeah, it's up to you at the end of the day. Like I said, I'm never going to tell you exactly when to hop in. Wish I didn't sell Gush yesterday. Yeah, I understand that one. I mean, but when you look at previous trends, I mean, you still had profits, didn't you? If I remember right, you had like 3 to 5% profit on Gush. So, I mean, that's not too bad. When you looked at the overall pattern on Gush, I mean, where was the overall resistance? Right around $24 to $25. We made a new high, $25.80. And when we look even at the, I want to have 30-day. When we look at the 30-day trend, where was the resistance? Right between $24 and $25. Actually below 25, like $24.80. So, I mean, you did smart, in all honesty, by going ahead and selling yesterday. You couldn't predict that it was going to just, I mean, who really predicted oil to be up over $2 today in their right mind? Like oil /oil futures, /CL. Who predicted that to go up over 3% today? And who knows if it's even going to end there? I think it will, but who really predicted that? I mean, yeah, I'm sure a few people that are way out there did, but and I mean, look how overextended Gush is on the 30-day. I mean, it's also overextended by what? About 10%. Would I just say your potential for profit could be on drip if you catch it at the right time? About 10%. So, yeah, that just more confirms, that is more confirmation for me that if you wait to get in drip at the right time, you're looking at least 7 to 10% on a swing trade potential. Maybe even a day trade, because I think when /CL pulls back, it's going to pull back pretty hard, minus about 2%. So like I said, you're looking at a good 10% day trade or swing trade potential with drip. Yeah, I took profits, definitely the safe choice. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I mean, profits are always profits. I can't preach that enough. Consistency. But, yeah, and you can see Gush is starting to have a little bit of trouble. It got up to $25.80. It's having trouble really getting much more than that. It's well overextended. Let's look at the 180-day SMA before I really start to have strong feelings that. So it is starting to trend above the SMA. We talked about that this morning too. When we look at its potential, a little bit higher. Look at this potential drop. That is also about 10 to 12%. So yeah, I think there is a potential that you can get in drip for about 10% profit. It might even be a possible day trade. I mean, we've seen how much Gush is up today. Gush is up 14, drips down around 14-15% as well. So yeah, definitely keep an eye on it for sure, and just play it day by day and see what happens. Or not even day by day, hour by hour. /CL keeps having trouble around 65.50. That's also something to kind of look out on. It might be acting as a resistance. It's not really having too much trouble. It's just kind of consolidated right around there. Almost looks like a head and shoulders, but no, it just kept trending up. Yeah, I mean, I think overall oil is just going to continue to go up, but who's to say? See how we're doing on the stream. Hopefully we're still doing all right. Apparently I got some notifications. I hate having notifications. Ooh. Man, my fucking throat is scratchy. Oh, shoot. Shouldn't the Zuckerberg thing be starting soon? Come on. Wow, got up to 162. I'm pretty surprised by that, in all honesty. I did. Did TD Ameritrade just freeze on me again? Dude. Okay. Man, sometimes performance problem. No shit. That was not what I was wanting to click on, but okay. Okay, there we go. Mike Zuckerberg, blah, 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 Tuesday and Wednesday. That doesn't answer the question at all. Watches live Bloomberg testimony. I don't know if you guys are interested in seeing any of this at all. I'll at least keep it like pulled up. I'm not gonna have like the volume turned up or anything, but I'll be checking in on it to like see what they say for sure. Actually, I don't know if I should do that because that might affect my stream. That'd be bad. It's not a good idea to have multiple things streaming at the same time. But yeah, I'll definitely be watching on news for that because that could potentially mess with our markets a little bit. Boom, pull that back up. Awesome, awesome. Oh, goodness. So, yeah, I mean, is there anything else that you guys want me to take a look at? Any other ETFs? Look at JNUG. I called JNUG out. I hope some of you guys got into JNUG. Dollar keeps going down. Price of gold going up. I wouldn't be surprised to see /GC end up at 1400 by this spring and summer. That would probably force JNUG probably to go at least 15, 16. That's just overall outlook. I'm not like saying it's going to hit that whatsoever. 15 is definitely not out of the realm of possibility. Like in the very near future, we're up 50 cents today. I think JNUG actually hit 15 recently, like 15.29 maybe if I remember right. 14.36 today is what it hit. 20-day, we hit 15 on the dot. So yeah, I mean 15 is definitely not out of the realm of possibility with JNUG. I'd wait for some sort of a pullback. It's up about 4%. It might be having its pullback that's already going to have though, because we hit 1436. It's back up to 1429. It was at 1428. So when we look at the 1 day, I don't know. Actually, I'd probably wait on it. I would let it kind of pull back near this SMA, because you're looking at about what's that percent? About a 1% drop. So I mean 1% can make a huge difference. You add 1% to 4, you're at 5% profit. So it's just up to you guys at the end of the day. Just know that JNUG, JDST, they're generally speaking not like huge movers. They can be from time to time, but I mean you're looking at another consistent 3 to 5% profit potential out of this. So on the flip side, JDST, you see it's continuing to sell off, down $2 almost on the day. It probably did hit $2 at one point when JNUG hit 1336. Yeah, see, we're back up to 1431. I think I said 1336. I meant 1436. But scoop my chair up here. Yeah. So right now it's just a waiting game. I think the markets are kind of just, you can see we've been kind of consolidating here for a little bit. I think the markets are waiting to see what Zuckerberg's going to say today before we really start moving one direction or another. Oh, goodness. Can't lie, man. I'm tired. But, yeah, it looks like we're still doing okay. Don't have as many people watching right now. I'm almost regretting ending the stream earlier. We had like 7-8 people watching for quite a while here this morning. But, yeah, I definitely needed a little break. It is. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's hard sitting here doing this for about like 8 hours, just sitting here, consistently talking, analyzing all these different stocks. It's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, in all honesty. But, I mean, I love doing it. It's just a little tiring, so I just need a good little 30-minute hour break like I took. But we're back. So, yeah, I mean, if you're tuning in and you have any stocks or ETFs or ETNs or anything like that you want me to break down, just throw them in that chat on whichever side it is for you guys. For me, it's on this side, but for you, it might be on that side. I don't know. Or however the camera angle, like, obviously cameras, they tend to be like inverse. So I'm almost hoping that, or not hoping, I'm almost assuming it's that way for you guys, but either way. It's probably going to be a little bit before I get much chat action too, because I mean the markets aren't really moving right now the last few minutes. Kind of just sitting and waiting. I'm sure penny stocks are still being penny stocks, moving all over the place, but other than Sprint, we saw Sprint jump up 24% with the whole T-Mobile talk. Saw that on down a little bit to just 19.5, but yeah, I mean we saw a huge push up. Why? Because again the T-Mobile talks are hot, really hot, up over $1 a share right now. In a period of 10 minutes, it shot up 22%, 24%. I was just talking about you, Charles, dude. I should have sold Drip yesterday and bought today. We just got done analyzing Drip too, man. Yeah, man, fucking oil today. Did you see how /CL? Do you see how /CL is reacting today? It's up 3%. That's why you're seeing such a huge swing between Gush and Drip. Gush is up like 14%. Drip is down like 13%. We were just talking about, I'm looking for /GL to pull back. Probably not today, but tomorrow. It might today, but I think it'll be like by the end of the week. We look at the 10-day here. It's pretty far-fetched above its SMA on the 10-day. You see a potential drop of about 3%. That would then mean a 15% swing, roughly 10 to 15% swing on Gush and Drip in the inverse way. Drip would go up 10 to 15%. Gush would go down 10 to 15%. And what confirms this is when you look at Gush. Look, Gush is also is far-fetched, like highly above the SMA as well. Roughly how much? When you look at it, roughly, see the blue number up there across where it says Gush, minus 11.36% potential to fall. Now, is it going to fall that far? It might not. It might only fall about 8 to 10%, but I'm predicting it's at least going to fall to this old resistance right here of right around 2350, and if it does, you're still looking at minus 8 to 9%. or it could have a pretty decent sell-off and bounce off right here around 21.50, and that is a 16% drop. So you're looking at about 8 to 16% potential. You can see just by looking at it overall, highly overbought. And when you look at /CL, same thing, highly overbought. And then when you look at DRIP, what do you think you're going to see? Highly oversold. So, I mean, I'm looking for some sort of a reversal and pullback between the two. Just how big is it going to be? I think for sure, I don't remember when exactly you bought in, Charles, but I think that you're at least going to probably still at some point. Right now we're at what? 1075? That fucking sucks. But, God damn it. Say it gets down to 1073, since apparently my damn ticker doesn't want to hit 1075. I think you're at least going to see it get back up to about 12.05. That's a 12% swing. Let's say I'm half wrong and we only get to like, what would that be, 1160? Like I said, still about 8%. So I wouldn't do anything. Don't panic sell whatever you do. Go back to basics. Buy low, sell high. If anything, average down. Pick up some more. Like I said, I'm never going to tell you when exactly to get in or when exactly to average down, when exactly get out, when exactly, you know what I'm saying. I'm never going to exactly tell you when or where. All I'm saying is like my thought process on it. We see this time and time again where Gush and Drip, one has a huge sell-off, one has a big push-up, mostly based on /CL, well overextended. That's the word I was looking for. Well overextended at 3% up. Look for it to drop at least 2% before long. There's just a lot going on with Syria. Now, is that for sure going to happen? It might not. I mean, let's go back to /CL. This is just going from like a technical analysis standpoint. You see the potential. The only thing that you should be slightly worried about is, yes, the SMA is starting to curve back up. So like I said, it might not come all the way down here to like 63. But like I said, if it only drops about half of that, I think it's at least going to drop down about, like I said, 2%. So on the flip side, what did I say? Gush and Drip, you're still looking at 8. 15 is like a really, really liberal number to throw out there. I'm not really going to say 15. I'm going to be conservative and say 8 to 12% swing potential. But it just depends on when and what's going on in Syria. Obviously, you heard Donald Trump said he was going to respond to the whole Syria situation, the bombings and whatnot going on there sometime within the next 24 to 48 hours. And that was yesterday. So we're going on like around the 20th, 24th hour already. So it's going to be interesting to see how he responds. His response is going to have probably a pretty big impact on this overall too. So, yeah, I mean, it sucks. I mean, I'm not going to pretend it doesn't, but you just have to look at the potential there. I mean, the idiots on CNBC are thinking it's going to hit 70. I don't see it, in all honesty. I mean, I think it will eventually going into summertime, but even the 180 day, I mean, look how far-fetched it is above. Look how overly extended it is on the 180 day. What the hell is this that I got? But look how overextended it is. 12% due for a sell-off. 180 day. Look how farly extended it is. Almost 4%. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. I think we'll probably get down to around like 64, 63 for sure. It's due. I mean, just a matter of when. Obviously, news really does affect oil pretty hard. So, it's going to be something to watch. I really want to get rid of my goddamn Drip shares. I'm telling you all what. I've held this shit for over a week. Should have just dumped it. Literally, I had the chance to, like, break even. That's what I don't like either. Obviously, I got in at a horrible price last week. But I had the chance to break even. I didn't. And, definitely paying the price. Yeah, let's not talk about Drip for now. It's kind of depressing. But, in all seriousness, I mean, it's due. It's got to come back up at least to around $11.75 to $12. I mean, and that's on the low end. I mean, yeah. And it might not happen in one day. It's probably not going to happen today. It might not happen tomorrow. It might take till next week, which would really suck. I'm so ready. You have no idea how ready I am to get rid of these damn shares. But with time, everything just takes time. Patience. Those that are patient will always be rewarded. Never forget that. SPY still hanging around 265. Nothing really breaking news there. Does that not look about like some head and shoulders almost? Only thing is though, that just continues to try to trend up. I mean, it really is trying to stay above that 265. You can see we've gotten up near 265.75, 266. Keep getting rejected every time we get close to it. This almost looks like inverse head and shoulders, but not really. Interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how this Zuckerberg thing goes. It should be starting or already going on, shouldn't I? I heard it's going to last like 4 hours. Apparently it's just starting. Watch coverage of Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg Senate testimony live from Capitol Hill. So we still got 2 of you live here. Oh shoot. Need to get me a trash can in here. Hopefully my chair doesn't sound like farts. I was worried about that. I was like, man, this thing has a lot of squeaking. Oh, good old leather chair for you. I want some movement to happen. We've kind of just settled down ever since the Zuckerberg thing starting to get underway, apparently. I think a lot of people are tuning into that right now. Probably why we're not getting too much action in this chat. Understandably. You can see even Facebook's kind of just settled out right around 161, 162. Be very careful here. If anything, I'd be putting, if you do options, I would be buying so many puts on Facebook right now. I'd put a put right around 160 or maybe even 161. Yeah, I'd probably do 160. We're already at 161.80. Because, I mean, if this does not go the way that, we'll see. Well, we shall see. Apparently, you can read Zuckerberg's transcript right now that he's going to be saying. But, I mean, them senators, you better believe they're going to give him some holy hell. So, I mean, this might be a danger zone right now for Facebook. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends the day right around 160, maybe even a little lower. I personally be putting puts. Obviously, I have like no experience when it comes to options, but I would definitely be putting puts at least around 160 if I were doing options. I don't know what the potential profit is on that. For those of you that tuned in this morning, you saw we had a viewer. I keep forgetting his name, but he did $3,100 profit. That's amazing. He did $3,100 profit doing Facebook calls. He called Facebook to go up to 161. Sure enough, it did. I think he said he sold off around 161.50 if I remember right. So I mean, good for him. That's awesome. So I'm just kind of guesstimating based on what he made. I think he said he did 36% on it. So I mean, I would think, in theory, if you call it at 160, if you put a put at 160, I assume that'd be what, probably at least 15 on the low end, 15%. But that's awesome. There's so much money to be made there. Like I said, that's what this is all about, just ways to make money. If it wasn't for him, for people calling options out to me and opening my eyes to it, I wouldn't even be considering it. Yeah, I bet Facebook gonna get hit hard. I'm thinking so too. And I think if that happens, you might see an overall market. I'm not gonna say like something like yesterday, but I think the markets won't react too well if Facebook starts to get hit hard. Not that Facebook controls the market or anything, but let's be real, it's a pretty big stock. I'm looking at the level 2 as well, seeing if it, like anything big comes through one way or the other. If one big bid comes through, watch out. I want to see a bid size of like 10, 15 plus. Maybe even more, maybe like 20. Donald Trump just tweeted again. I don't know if he messed up his previous tweet or what, but he pretty much sent the same tweet out about China. Whatever. Pushing up to 162 again, it's looking like. I guess I can go ahead and pull up the Zuckerberg thing on my phone too. Hopefully it doesn't mess up my stream if I do that. If my stream starts to mess up within like the next minute or so, let me know. That way I can not end this, but hop off of this Zuckerberg
Let's
deal.
watch and listen to what happens next. The money shot will come up here in just a moment. I assume he will be sworn in and raise his right hand. Julia Borston is there. Julia.
Oh, apparently it's just getting ready to start. So where are you all up to right now? Are you all kind of tuning into this whole Zuckerberg thing that's getting underway? Or are you just kind of sitting, watching charts, and just waiting to hop all over something? Damn, Dow is up almost 2%. NASDAQ is up almost 2%. Just about all the markets across the board are up about 1.5% to 2% right now. I keep hoping Hey man, TVIX is holding. I mean, TVIX is holding pretty strong. I mean, VIX/VX, VIX futures. I mean, they're holding. The only thing I don't like is we just dipped below our SMA on the daily chart. I'm wanting to see it get back above that, obviously. Keeps the 10-day one keeps acting as a resistance, and if I remember right, the 20-day does as well. Is acting as a support. We dipped below it, and ever since we dipped below it, it's kind of been acting more as a resistance than a support. We're trending right around it right now, so I really want to see us break above the 20-day as well as the 1-day is what I'm really looking for the most. If we can break back above that, and I think if we can get back above $11, I will be thrilled. In all honesty, do I see that happening? I really hope so. Will it happen today? I don't have too much hope in it, but I'd love to see it get. Honestly, if we could get above 11 at this point, like I said, I would just cut my losses and move on. I mean, it's just not worth bag holding it, in all honesty. RSI is not showing signs of overbought. MACD can't really make up its mind on this. On the 1 day, I think we're oversold slightly. Not really, not too bad, but definitely not overbought by any means. We're trying to trim back up, gaining a little bit of volume behind it. Nothing huge, but it's gonna be interesting. We're gonna have to see what happens on this Facebook deal. There we go. Come on, baby. There we go, baby. I think as long as this fucker talks, I think we're going to keep seeing volatility go up. I don't know if you guys hear him, but he's kind of just drilling Zuckerberg right now. Dude, Facebook's all over the place. Look at it. I told you all. I said, look, as long as this fucker keeps talking, you're going to see Facebook. What'd I say? Put puts on this son of a bitch. It's probably too late now. But he keeps like looking off. I don't know if you guys are watching the Zuckerberg thing. He keeps like looking off into a different direction. I'm wondering if he's like watching his stock. It's bad. I shouldn't like. I'm not hoping for like. Obviously, I never hope for the market to melt down or crash or anything like that. But I mean, the stuff's almost predictable. I mean, like I was talking about earlier, people were getting butthurt in some of the chats when I was like, what signs are you seeing of a true confirmation that the market is reversing, that volatility is going down, and that we're going back in a bull market? And they were just getting butthurt, and I was like, I mean, like, humble yourself. I mean, why are people just so quick to like, get pissed off when they're wrong? Like, yes, we all hate being wrong. Being wrong sucks, but it's like, it's part of the game. If you can't take it, you're in the wrong game. You're not going to be right 100% of the time. I mean, that's just it. If I was right 100% of the time, I wouldn't be in the position I am on TVIX or DRIP. So, I mean, it's just like humble yourself. Come on now. Yeah, you see that? It's trying to make a little bounce back up. I think they're trying to not react too much to what this guy's ripping him. But, yeah, if you put puts, you might be cashing out before long. Well, I say it's not just about the markets going down or up when it comes to your /VX and TVIX and all those UVXY, all that. There's no, like, I mean, yes, there's a correlation between like the stock market going up and down. Yes, that's why they're both down. The markets are up tremendously, 1.5%, 2%. But /VX, TVIX are holding up. Why? They're not going down too much. Why? Because volatility is still up. They're more volatile. They go up or down essentially. Both as inverse of the market and then the volatility. So if volatility is really high, but the market is up really high as it is right now, up 410 on the Dow currently, what can you expect? You're not going to see too much movement. That's why TVIX is down, what, about 2% maybe right now. And /VX is also only down, I think, about 1% or 2 right now. So they both kind of, they're wedging against each other right now, and it's just who's going to win. Is volatility going to win, or is the market's going to win? That's what we're looking out for right now. Having some decent bids coming in, or not bids, some decent ask prices coming in. So it's kind of keeping Facebook from taking too much of a dive. I can't believe Facebook's not dropping a little more, in all honesty. A pretty decent bid just came in at 78. Might see it start to drop off here. Bid at 79.11. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of my chart for just a second. Take a look at the bids and buys. They're trying to keep this puppy up. Bids keep coming in, outdoing the buys slightly. 9. Dow is dropping. It was recently above 400. We're back down to 367, it looks like. So we're down about 40 points in the last like 2 minutes. Look at that. 18. That was a pretty big one. They're still on this witch hunt about how Facebook helped Donald Trump. Facebook, I don't know about you guys, I did not see any ads target me about like pro Donald Trump or anti Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton did everything to herself. Period. She was a horrible candidate. I mean, honestly, there would have been a better run between Trump and Bernie Sanders. As much as I did not like Bernie Sanders, communism, socialism do not work. They never will work. I do think it would have been a better presidential election if it was those two. But they keep going back to this bullshit. Which is why I think Facebook's not really tanking. She keeps bringing up shit that's irrelevant. I mean, it's still up 2%. That's not bad. And, like, the more she talks, the more Facebook goes up. So, I mean, she's just being a fucking idiot at this point. I mean, Hmm. I'm reading this news here for oil really quickly. This sounds like this might cause oil to go up even more. Hmm. Dow's back at up 428. Yeah, I think a lot of people are just watching the whole Facebook deal right now. But yeah, just kind of holding back, waiting right now, waiting to see what's gonna happen. I think the markets are kind of just, wouldn't say at halt obviously, but I think we're just kind of waiting to see what's gonna happen, what Zuckerberg's response is gonna be whenever these assholes finally get off of him. I'm gonna wait on this for now. It's gonna be interesting, guys. That's for sure. But I forget how long they said today's session is gonna be. I think it's 4 hours if I remember right. So that'll be interesting for sure. Yeah, I'm watching the Facebook thing also. Yeah, I got it pulled up here. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I hope it's not like too loud or anything. I got it pretty quiet, but I need to get a TV put in here. I keep talking about that, but I mean, all they're doing is reiterating everything we've been hearing for the longest about Facebook. Nothing new here. SPY's kind of taking a dip, but I want to see if we can dip below 264 today. I'm starting to think we might not. I really want it to, but I don't know if we're going to. Can't hear it on your stream. Awesome. I was trying to make sure I could hear it, but I didn't want it to, like, my microphone's on total opposite side of the desk, but they're still only about a foot apart, maybe 2 foot apart. So I was like, man, hopefully they can't hear that. But cool. But yeah, I mean, I think right now we're just kind of just hanging around, just Gonna see. The market's probably gonna decide here within the next hour. I mean, it only has about an hour anyways, but I think within the next hour, like 40 minutes or so, we're really gonna see what's gonna happen. I think starting within the next 10 to 20 minutes, we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Entering quote unquote power hour, as they like to refer to it as. /VX is trying to rise. Got rejected again. Yeah, the only thing I'm worried about is I heard that this hearing could last as long as like 4 hours today. It didn't start till after like 1:30 Central Time, 2:30 Eastern. The market's obviously closed completely for the day at what time? 7 Eastern, something like that. So it's gonna be iffy on the timing and whatnot, but it's gonna be interesting for sure. I'm anxious to see when he's actually gonna start being able to talk. I forget how many people they said they have speaking, and I know they're pretty much just going one by one, just hammering him over and over and over. If I were him, I would damn near interrupt him and be like, look, I'm not gonna remember what half you motherfuckers say. I mean, it sounds like they've got like a dozen people up there to talk to. It sounds like they get like 4 to 5 minutes of just constant boom, 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 just hitting them as hard as they can. It's funny too because the stock is still up 2%, so they're not really doing too much. But it just mirrors Zuckerberg kind of look a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Like he doesn't really look, he almost kind of looks like a robot. Like he just has like no emotion whatsoever. Like he's just like all the time too. I'm not even talking about like right now. Just all the time, the dude has a look on his face like he's just lost, like just gone. Good little 3 green candle moving. 4 potential. Dude, look at some of these bids. I mean, they're having to rise their bid, but 158. I mean, obviously it's only like one, but look at that. 20 at 168. We might see this thing start to drop really soon. We're above 162, so I don't know. I mean, we're still having bids come in like at 157, 158, so I would not be surprised. I mean, obviously they're not very like strong. They're only like ones, but it's like 19. Someone's continuously coming in to save the stock. It's looking like see 13. Wait for it. Wait for it. 7. I don't know. It's just. Here we go. He's talking. Here we go. How's this thing skyrocketing? But look how /VX and look how TVIX are holding up. Ah. Up 3%. How you could have day traded Facebook, made your 3% get out. Sorry, I know I'm not like talking a lot right now. I'm just trying to see if he's gonna. He's like going through the apology right now, which is probably why you're seeing this continue push. But right now we're just kind of hanging back, waiting to see what he's really gonna lay out for him. See, it's highly overbought. I mean, it continues to push up. I wouldn't be surprised if we might hit 263. This is nuts. 163. Me either. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Facebook's up now 3.5%. I'm really surprised. I mean, it's looking like we might hit 164. Right now, he's starting to lay out exactly what they're supposedly going to do. Look how overbought it is, guys. I mean, it's like 80. There we go. Jesus Christ. I just can't believe that TVIX is still like hanging in. Here we go. Now it's time for Facebook to get murdered right now. Now watch it just continue up to like 165 today or some shit. Oh, here we go. The 5-minute rule for each one. To me, this whole thing is pointless. We all know that Facebook invades privacy. We all know Instagram does. We all know Snapchat does. We all know Twitter does. They all do it. I mean, You should have Snapchat's. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if a year from now we have Snapchat CEO up there. I wouldn't be surprised if a year or two from now, or less than that, we see Twitter CEO up here. I mean, they all do it. It's just who gets caught. And I think in this case, the fact that it hurt, quote unquote, Mrs. Hillary Clinton, as I like to refer to her as. I mean, I just think there's just a witch hunt against Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook just because boo-hoo, Hillary Clinton lost, and supposedly Russia. I mean, I don't even want to get into the politics of it. I just think this is politically driven. I think it's total bullshit that they're coming after Mark Zuckerberg, just himself. I mean, Facebook is much bigger than him. I mean, he can't control every little aspect. Over 2 billion users. Come on now. Like, yes, I know it all falls on the man at the end of the day. He's the CEO, he's the founder, he is Facebook. But at the same time, I mean, like, they have fucking, what I would tell them straight up is, you signed our terms and services. It says in there, Google does it too, they all do it. It says specifically, I would say specifically, read the goddamn terms of service agreement. You pretty much sign your quote-unquote right to privacy away when you sign that goddamn agreement. It tells you straight up that, like, it's just like when you sign up for, what is it? Like, bank loans and stuff. I believe it's bank loans, like personal loans and stuff. They say that, like, in it, there's, like, in the fine print some shit about that your information will be released to, like, advertisers or something. Or in some cases, it's that your information will not be used for advertising purposes. But in Facebook, I don't know. Either way, the stock's up almost 4%, 3.5% currently. So, what I say I wouldn't be surprised if we hit 164. I said 163 at first, and I said, fuck, it could hit 164, 165 by the time it's all said and done. I think about 164 is about as high as it's going to get. Hopefully, if someone shorted Facebook or even just flipped it, tried to flip it for a quick 3 to 4% profit, hopefully they got their profit out of that. If someone had calls at 164, lordy. Hopefully they caught it that quick second that it went up there. Did TVIX even get below $10? I don't think it did. If it did, it was such a split second, I didn't even catch it. The low, again, right around 977. This looks identical to yesterday. Slightly annoying. I want it to break above 1050. If we break 1050, we could see 11. But I'm starting to wonder if that's even possible. We're in power hour. This is just annoying.
Mr. Chairman, I believe it's important to tell people exactly how the information that they share on Facebook is going to be used. That's why every single time you go to share something on Facebook, whether it's a photo in Facebook or a message in Messenger or WhatsApp, every single time there's a control right there about who you're going to be sharing it with, whether it's your friends or public or a specific group, and you can change that and control that in line. To your broader point about the privacy policy, this gets into an issue that I think we and others in the tech industry have found challenging, which is that long privacy policies are very confusing, and if you make it long and spell out all the detail, then you're probably going to reduce the percent of people who read it and make it accessible to them. So one of the things that we've struggled with over time is to make something that is as simple as possible so people can understand it, as well as giving them controls in line in the product in the context of when they're trying to actually use them. Take into account that we don't expect that most people will want to go through and read a full legal document.
Senator Nelson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yesterday,
How's this affecting Snapchat?
relatively harmless.
Snapchat's up 24 cents. I was wondering, I was like, this might be positively affecting Snapchat as well. Snapchat's up 1.77% on the day. Apparently hit a high of 1450. Son of a bitch. say you caught it right before market close, which I wouldn't suggest you all do. I always say wait till you break above the SMA. So I'm not even going to use that as an example, but say you caught it right there. Look at that. Actually, I thought there was more potential for profit right there. Only about 1.8% to 2%. Not huge profits, but if you were a gambler, 2%, yeah, it's still not huge. I thought it was a little bit more than what's shown right there, but it's in the green. I figured it'd be in the green.
For that protection, pay for it. Are you actually considering having Facebook users pay for you not to use that information?
Did it hit a new high again? I'm still on 1 day, 1 minute, aren't I?
People have a control over how their information is used in
Shit.
the product today. So if you want to have an experience where your ads aren't targeted using all the information that we have available, you can turn off third-party information. What we've found is that even though some people don't like ads, people really don't like ads that aren't relevant. And while there is some discomfort for sure with using information and making ads more relevant, the overwhelming feedback that we get from our community is that people would rather have us show relevant content there than not. So we offer this control that you're referencing.
TVIX right at 10.
It's not the majority of people on Facebook, and I think that that's a good level of control to offer. I think
But we're entering power hour. I don't want to have to get up the last half hour, so I'm still gonna stay live, but I'm gonna run and take a quick little whiz real quick, and I will be right back, guys. I'm anxious to see how Facebook's looking when I get back. Keep on making new highs today.
In order not to send me using my personal information something that I don't want. That, in essence, is what I understood Ms. Sandberg to say. Is that correct?
Yes, Senator. Although, to be clear, we don't offer an option today for people to pay to not show ads. We think offering an ad-supported service is the most aligned with our mission of trying to help connect everyone in the world. Because we want to offer a free service that everyone can afford.
Okay.
That's the only way that we can reach billions of people.
So, therefore, you consider my personally identifiable data the company's data, not my data. Is that it?
No, Senator. Actually, at the first line of our terms of service say that you control and own the information and content that you put on Facebook.
Well, the recent scandal is obviously frustrating, not only because it affected 87 million, but because it seems to be part of a pattern of lax data practices by the company going back years. So back in 2011, it was a settlement with the FTC, and now we discover yet another instance where the data was failed to be protected when you discovered the Cambridge Analytica had fraudulently obtained all of this information. Why didn't you inform those 87 million?
164.21. Man, if I was in Facebook today, I'd be screaming.
People had shared it with. We did take action. We took down the
TVIX at 991.
and Cambridge Analytica delete and stop using any data that they
How is it going up? I don't.
In retrospect, it was clearly a mistake to believe them, and we should have followed up and done a full audit then, and that is not a mistake that we will make.
Yes, you did that, and you apologized for it.
I don't know. I don't understand. Is this like just straight up pure manipulation? Like,
Do you think that you have an ethical obligation to notify 87 million Facebook users?
Senator, when we heard back from Cambridge Analytica that they
dude, what in the hell?
using the data,
It's just running.
considered it a closed case. In retrospect, that was clearly a mistake. We shouldn't have taken their word for it, and we've updated our policies and how we're going to operate the company to make sure that we don't make that mistake again.
Did anybody notify the FTC?
No, Senator, for the same reason that we considered it
Oh, that's a bad thing to admit. He he said we've made a lot of mistakes running this company. But yet this motherfucker's still going up. I try to not make the same mistake multiple times. Dude, it just keeps on. Damn, I wish old, what was his name, Charlie, man, I feel like there's Charlie and Charles. Charles is right up here. I feel like that other guy's name was Charlie from earlier that had the, Facebook calls. He's probably pissed right now. I wonder what his profit would have been, because he did it at like 161. Imagine if he'd held throughout the afternoon, wait till 164, or potentially like 165. Man, I bet he'd have had like 100% profit today. But I mean, the dude still made 30. I mean, I'm keeping that up. Like, that is motivating for me. Just as like for this YouTube channel. I mean, I have a viewer, subscriber that did $3,100. I mean, he's teaching me some. Like I said, this isn't about just me teaching you guys specifically. I want to create a community here where we are all helping each other. I mean, that's just motivating. I love that. I mean, that's just amazing. Oh, wrong thing. Boom. There we go. Facebook, I mean, it's trying to push to 165. Where's the next resistance is what I'm wondering. I think the next resistance is 166, if I'm remembering right. Or I'm thinking about oil with 66. I'm watching that really closely. All honesty, guys, I mean, I always say don't let your feelings determine your trades. It's not necessarily feelings. I'm trying to make sure it's not feelings determining my trades here. I'm really considering dumping my drip and TVIX by the end of today. 165. Just because, like I said, it's an expensive lesson to learn. But I feel like I've missed out on so many potential for profits. I've identified so many good potentials of profit. It's above the 20-day SMA. I've missed out on so much profit just because I'm literally bag holding these. I'm getting sick of it, so that might be a possibility. There's nothing really stopping it from here, resistance-wise, until maybe around 170 to 173. Yeah, I mean, this thing could run, but it is highly overbought, so I'm not really thinking, surely we're not going to just keep running. I mean, man, could have day traded the hell out of Facebook today. Yeah, I hate it when I've been stuck holding. Yeah, that's the situation I'm in. I mean, I've literally held this damn thing since, what day was that? Wednesday morning. So, I mean, we're literally coming up on a whole week that I've been holding both of these. I've had the chance over and over to dump them each to about break even. Drip, I could have sold off for like 12.27 and pretty much broke even. TVIX at one point, if I remember right, I could have got just about my money back when we were at like, it was, I don't remember where it was exactly. I know I was still going to lose a little bit of money. I forget what percentage-wise, how much. But I had a chance to get pretty close on breaking even. Oh, I'm on Facebook right now. TVIX. I had a chance to get close to my money back at 11.15, if I remember right. It's just, ugh. I need to just get rid of them, in all honesty. Like I said, it's an expensive lesson to learn. With my luck, fucking by Friday it's gonna jump up to like $12, $13. That's just my luck. If it does, whatever, I'll catch it on the run. Boom, make the money, whatever. But you all get what I'm saying about like my luck. I mean, I'll cut the losses and then, but I mean, if you cut the losses and then get back in, like I would say, you can always get back in. But I mean, you don't want to get stuck and just ride something down. And that's what I'm starting to get worried about. Is, I mean, obviously I'm cutting my losses at a horrible loss rate. It's just a learning experience. Like I said, I keep telling you guys, like, I'm no pro by any means. I'm not like a pro trader. Maybe within the next year or so, I'm hoping I'm a hell of a lot better. Obviously, like, I'm no pro. I'm still learning just like you guys. Like I said, I'm trying to build a community here where we can all bounce ideas off of one another. And, yeah, just see what happens. In the future, I might create like a Facebook community or a few, because there's a few good ones out there. Like I said, I mentioned Tech Buds, that's a good one, but it's just getting so big. I'm not trying to throw any dirt on them at all. Like I said, I've learned a lot of good information from them, but they're just such a big like group now that I think I brought it to their attention once. I was like, you guys should make like subgroups for like where based on people are from. That way they could like possibly have meetups and whatnot instead of just throwing a random message out to 100,000 people. Oh, who lives in blah, blah, blah. Like, no one's going to see that when there's 100,000, 150,000 people in a group. So I'm thinking about, like, making a group in the future, in far distant future, like, not anytime soon. But I'm thinking about making a group where, like, we'll have our main group and then we'll have, like, subgroups of just, like, based on Midwest, Northeast, Northwest, Southwest, Southeast, South. You get what I'm saying? Like, just based on regions. That way people can meet up with each other within their region, because I think regional is just better. People can afford to travel an 8-hour drive or 6-hour drive somewhere to meet up in a location. It's just easier that way to me. But that's just my 2 cents. Like I said, just looking to always network with like-minded people. That's always the end goal. But I just can't believe this damn thing is just... Oh, we're looking at TVIX still. I just can't believe that Facebook is just... It's running. I mean, it's up 5%. Talk about a hell of a day trade. This is just crazy to watch. I wonder what the markets overall are up. One thing, natural gas is down a lot. Dow Jones is up almost 500 points. S&P's up 50. NASDAQ is up 161. The NASDAQ's almost up 2.5%. Gold is up about 1/3%, literally dead on 1/3%. Closing bells in about 40 minutes. What was I gonna look at? SPY. I want to see how SPY was doing. Again, it's starting to stay above 265. So I mean, like I said, I mean, I'm not gonna even mention that the market's reversing until we get at least to 268, 270, and then once we get to 280, then yes, I would be willing to say after 280 that we would be quote unquote in a reversal. Because I mean, just look how far we've dropped. Why do I say 270? Because that's about where the SMA will be by that point. Get above that SMA solidly, keep on going. You'll see a good resistance around, like I said, 280. If we get above 280, then I think we're back up to maybe even 300 and beyond. So it'll be interesting. I mean, Facebook on pace for its best day since April 28th of 20, so almost 2 years, which will hold true if Facebook closes up about 4.5%. Facebook is currently up, I think, still roughly about 4.75% to 5%. So it's looking like Facebook's going to literally have its best day Yeah, it's up 4.72. If it closes at 4.25-ish or higher, sounds like they're going to have their best day in over year and a half to 2 years. So that's pretty crazy. Who would have thought a day like today would be the day that... But be very careful. Don't forget there's more. Apparently Zuckerberg's going to be back on tomorrow as well. So by no means is Facebook out of the realm of possibility. There's still a possibility that it could by all means just take a 5 to 10%. I don't know about 10, but it's up 4.5%. It could easily be down 4 to 5 tomorrow. So just like I said, just be careful for that. I'm really wanting TVX to get above $10, guys. I really don't want to sell below 10. With drip, I mean, I said I wanted to see 11. Shit, can I see 1075? I think I only have like 20 shares of drip on the bright side, but still got about half an hour left. A lot can still happen. I'm just watching it very closely. I'm watching them both very, very closely. A version. He's hinting that Facebook starting to charge money. He just literally said Facebook will always have a free version. He didn't really say... So now we're talking regulations, and we see we've already took a little dip. Look to see what happens here. Trying to staircase back up. TVX is back at 10. Drip is at 1077. Man, should I just go ahead and sell that off? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if I should just go ahead and cut the losses now while drip is rising, because who knows how long it's going to keep rising. TVX is also on the rise. I'm keeping an eye sharp on both. I'm really thinking that today I'm going to just cut finally. It might be a stupid decision. I might regret it some, but we're at 1081 just about. But I mean, when I just look at the loss, I know I can make the losses back up within a day, 2 at the most. That's why I'm really just considering cutting the losses, in all honesty. Drip, to put in perspective, I'd be cutting about $1.30. Hurts to say that. No, about $2 a share for $40. TVIX, I would be cutting. I know I averaged down yesterday, not too much, but I'm still looking at least roughly a $2 also per share loss times 55, $110 loss. So yes, that is going to be painful. That is going to hurt. I mentioned that the other day. Like I said, I got in at horrible times. That is by far the worst mistake I've made since trading. Like I said, I just got back from vacation. Tried to hop on and do some due diligence the night before going back to work. That was another thing. I was at work when I was trading. We all know how that is. Dangerous combination. But yeah, went a good day, say the least. But you live and learn, right? That's a good thing. Being so young, I mean, I could take the risk. I mean, it's not a huge ordeal. Like I said, I can make that back in a day. Have a good, I mean, hell, if I have a 5% day on 750, whatever it is that's in my account currently, dollars. Man, it's getting rejected. It looks like at the SMA. Yeah, I understand. If I do, funds will be unusable. Yeah, I won't be able to trade till Thursday. Either way, I want to be able to trade Thursday. That's why I am really considering doing this. Like I said, yeah, I understand what you're saying. It'll take a whole day for those funds to settle. It would be Thursday, but yeah, I would still probably hop on tomorrow for you guys because tomorrow's probably going to be a pretty volatile day as well. The only thing is look overall. I mean, the markets. I mean, yeah, the markets are up huge, but as for the stuff I was trading, you already know. But so yeah, if I can trade Thursday, that'll be just fine. We still got 30 minutes. Man, should I trade? Should I submit the trade? Should I not submit the trade? It's actively trending down. Either way, if I waited, I'm still going to end up in the loss, I'm thinking. Can you take a wild guess when I got in? I'll give you a hint, somewhere right in here. Like I said, I could have got close to at least breaking even. What was that, Friday, if I'm remembering right? Yeah, Friday. I was a fucking idiot and didn't. But like I said, you live and learn. You gotta learn when to cut the losses. I could have cut the losses for like less than 1%. I think it was like 0.2%, something crazy. I mean, I was like really close to breaking even. I got stupid, got cocky, thought, okay, it's starting to trend down, bounce, it's gonna bounce. No, it did not bounce, idiot. But like I said, you live and learn. It is what it is. You gotta live and learn. Like that old saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? But I mean, Drip is trying, but man, it's getting rejected hard by that SMA. SMA is acting like a little bitch right now. I hope my girlfriend's not watching. She's probably like, don't you do it, motherfucker. Oh, shit. 1087. Push, Drip, push. Let's see a good power hour out of Drip. I would not have suggested anybody day trade Drip today, by the way. I don't know if I did. If I did, that was stupid of me. I think I did Gush. I think I said there was good potential for Gush today. But, yeah, Drip just had no signs of a good day today. I'm pretty sure I didn't, but if I did, I'm definitely sorry for that. But we're seeing a good little push. I mean, if you were, you would have probably just jumped in and tried to ride it up if it can get back. Like I said, if we can get back up to 11, I'd be so happy. I mean, it's not going to make back a whole lot of money for me. 12 times 20 what, 240, something like that. But 240, I mean 240 here, 240 there. I mean, money adds up. And it's trying, good lord, it's trying to make a push. Somebody's pushing this son of a bitch. Look at the asks coming in. 61. Now this is the level 2 you want to look at right here. This is active. There is some volume coming in. Some decent bid sizes coming in too. Man, they are fighting the hell out of one another right now. Good thing is /CL continues to come down. Look for it to keep coming up. TVIX is still right around $10. Damn, I'm glad I didn't hurry up and sell off when it was struggling to get above that SMA for a minute or two. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, Josh, you're my Facebook guy right now. Let me get an update on Facebook. If you have it stock pulled up anywhere. I'm not talking about like the stream. I got the stream pulled up still, but if Facebook's going up or down currently. Man, is Drip gonna break 11? Hell, we still got 27, 28 minutes left in the market, but look at the RSI. It is pretty damn stretched out, guys. That's the only thing I'm worried about here. MACD is also just stretched like a motherfucker. Yeah, now you're going to see a pretty solid resistance right around $11. Yeah. 1098. Hell, we're up 2 to 3% in the last 30 minutes. So like, but what I was saying about why, like, I'm just considering, especially with Drip, just cutting the losses, even though it's like so, like, I mean, like, obviously bad timing, and I always preach you only, Facebook not doing much, thanks for that, but, 11, is just, obviously, when you look at the overall trend, it is obviously still, like, trending down, especially lately. Oil, like I said, I'm looking to see if it's going to do nothing but continue trend up for the time being. That's what I'm seeing and forecasting. Does that by any means mean that Drip is not like going to get above 11? Obviously, we're seeing right around 11 right now. So no, I mean, there is potential. I think Drip can even get back up to around 12, maybe even like 1250. I look for it to get up back near that SMA at some point. SMA by that time will probably right around 1230 to 1250. That's why I called that out as a potential for Drip. But it's probably going to take at least like another 2 days, I'm assuming. Possibly another day at the minimum, obviously, unless if we just have a huge run up today, which would be awesome, but I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, I mean, I just don't want to wait any longer. I'm just sick of it. Even at 12, I'm still minus, what, $1, just over $1. So, I mean, I'm still down 20 bucks. Yeah, I would then also gain another 20 bucks, but like I said, why am I taking that risk whenever I'm already still going to be down, whenever I can make a lot more than 20 bucks the next day, or not next day, you know what I'm saying, the next day that I can trade. So that's just like my thought process on it. Mark Zuckerberg trying to explain Facebook to some of these old people is pretty hilarious. It's like trying to explain it to your mother or father. He said, we have an app called Messenger. That's hilarious. Facebook's still around 164 to 165, it's looking like. That is really surprising. Got a feeling I should have just sold Drip at 11:01 when it reached there. Some pretty strong bids coming in around 1090 to 1094. Need some good asks to come in. Ah, dear Lord. Not much happening for the last couple minutes. Still got roughly, what, 20 minutes till market close? Yeah, I think a lot of people are really stuck on the whole Mark Zuckerberg thing. Not having too much viewership going on. I know that I'm being pretty quiet right now. I'm just kind of hanging out, just waiting to see what's really going to happen. Got a sneaky feeling I really fucked up by not just getting out of Gush at $11. TVIX, I'm still kind of waiting on. I think it still has one last push in it for sure. It tends to always push right around the end of market hours, more so after hours, but obviously I'm wanting to get rid of it. By the end of the day, damn it, Drip, come on. Now watch, if my channel like continues to grow or something, I know how YouTube works. If my channel like continues to grow, people will like look at this video, because I know I'm gonna make some trades here come the end of the day that some people are gonna say I'm a complete idiot, blah 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 blah. But that's where I don't care. I know that in the long run, it's better for me to just cut my losses. I should have cut my losses a long time ago. I'm admitting that now. I've said it over and over. I should have set some form of a stop loss. I seen the potential. I'm the one that calculated the potential risk versus potential reward on TVIX and DRIP. Like I said, I did a horrible technical analysis on it. This was now over a week ago. I'm literally growing by the hour as a trader. I'm literally working vigorously to become a better trader. I mean, like, literally, I was up till about midnight, 1 a.m. last night watching some options videos, just because, I mean, I'm just looking to grow. That's why I keep saying the whole point of this channel is just to connect with like-minded people, bounce ideas off of each other, and just grow. I mean, if we can all grow, we can all win at the end of the day. So, like I said, I'm sure in the future somebody will come across this video and say I'm a complete idiot based off of how I trade here this afternoon. But I'm cutting losses before long. Got about 19 minutes left.
Senator, what's happening in Myanmar?
Seeing a potential staircase pattern though. I kind of like how this is setting up right here. See it? I think next stop might be 11:02 to 11:05. Let's see what happens. Hope I'm right. We'll see.
Yes, we're working on this. And there are three specific things that we're doing. One is we're hiring dozens of more Burmese language content reviewers because hate speech is very language specific. It's hard to do it without people who speak the local language.
Sorry about that. I think I just hit my desk, which caused my camera to shake a little bit.
In Myanmar to identify specific hate figures so we can take down their accounts rather than specific pieces of content. And third is we're standing up a product team to do specific product changes in Myanmar and other countries that may have similar issues in the future.
Senator Cruz and I sent a letter to Apple asking what they're going to do about Chinese censorship. My question, I'll place it. That'd be great. Thank you, Senator Lake. Just for the record, I want to know what you will do about Chinese censorship when they come to you.
Senator Graham's up next. Thank you. Are you familiar with Andrew Boswell?
Yes, Senator, I am.
He said, so we connect more people, maybe someone dies in a terrorist attack, coordinated on our tools. The ugly truth is that we believe in connecting people so deeply.
Still setting up a little potential staircase pattern here to end the day with drip. Definitely watching it for sure. TVIX still kind of hanging out around $9.95 to $10. I'd like to see a final push with TVIX. I'll go ahead and take you guys over there for a minute. Obviously, it's been very, like usual, very TVIX-y today. I'd like to see it push back up at least around 10.10. Like I said, if I can get it above 10 and finally just sell them off at this point, I don't give a damn. I'm ready to just get rid of them. I know that it's bad of me to do that, but I'm just sick of them. I know that with the losses, I can get those losses back in like one day if I trade right, trade good. So I'm not gonna chase or anything just to make up the losses consistently. Here we go. Consistency always wins the war. So yeah, back over to drip. So as you can see, like I said, potential staircase pattern.
I think the categories of, do you want just one? I'm not sure I can give one, but can I give a bunch?
11:01. Like I said, next stop I think 11:02 to 11:05. We still got about 15 minutes left. That last dip took about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 7 minutes. Man, I think we might see one. I think we'll get up to about 11:02, 11:05, and then it really just depends on how long the dip's gonna last.
Well, there's the second category that I was going to talk about.
I'm not talking about categories. I'm talking about is there real competition you face? Because car companies face a lot of competition. If they make a defective car, it gets out in the world, people stop buying that car, they buy another one. Is there an alternative to Facebook in the private sector?
Yes, Senator. The average American uses 8 different apps to communicate with their friends and stay in touch with people, ranging from texting apps to email
Same
to
service you
no, not buy.
Is
Shit.
the right regulation, not whether there should be
But you as a company welcome regulation?
I think if it's the right regulation, then yes.
Think the Europeans have it right?
I think that they get things right.
Have you ever submitted? That's true. So would you work with us in terms of what regulations you think are necessary in your industry?
Absolutely.
Okay, would you submit to us some proposed regulations?
Fuck.
Yes, and I'll have my team follow up with you so that way we can have this discussion across the different categories where
I look forward to it. When you sign up for Facebook, you sign up for terms of service. Are you familiar with that?
yes.
Okay. It says terms of
Done deal.
services, technology, software would offer Facebook's products or products, except where we expressly state separate terms and not these apply. I'm a lawyer, I have no idea what that means. But when you look at terms of service, this is what you get. Do you think the average consumer understands what they're signing up for?
I don't think that the average person likely reads that whole document, but I think that there are different ways that we can communicate that and have a responsibility to do so.
Do you agree with me that you better come up with different ways because this ain't working?
Well, Senator, I think in certain areas that is true, and I think in other areas, like the core part of what we do, right? If you think about just at the most basic level, people come to Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Messenger about 100 billion times a day to share a piece of content or a message with a specific set of people. And I think that that basic functionality people understand because we have the controls in line every time. And given
I about exit the stream on accident. That would have been bad.
and the value that people tell us that they're getting from that, I think that that control in line does seem to be working fairly well. Now, we can always do better, and there are other services are complex, and there is more to it than just, you go and you post a photo. So I agree that in many places we can do better, but I think for the core of the service, it actually is quite clear.
Thank you, Senator Graham. Senator Klobuchar.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Zuckerberg, I think we all agree that what happened here was bad. You acknowledged it was a breach of trust. And the way I explain it to my constituents is that if someone breaks into my apartment with a crowbar and they take my stuff, it's just like if the manager gave them the keys or if they didn't have any locks on the doors. It's still a breach. It's still a break-in.
Come on,
And
T-Vix.
I believe we need to have
Got
laws
about 10 minutes left.
that are sophisticated as the brilliant
The
products.
asks have got to beat the beats here the last 10 minutes.
And one of the areas that I'm focused on is the election, and I appreciate
Oh god, here we go, some more election bullshit.
actually have given to the Honest Ads Act, a bill
And I'm referring to the Mark Zuckerberg Capitol Hill hearing right now.
I want to be clear as we work to pass this law so that we have the same rules in place to disclose political ads and issue ads as we do for TV and radio, as well as disclaimers, that you're going to take early action.
See, they try to talk about Trump when he talks about fake news, yet the left is trying to essentially... whatever. Oh, goodness gracious. The left wants to pass laws against Facebook, against all social media platforms to not be able to spread fake news, yet the liberal media is just free range to just spread a whole bunch of fake news themselves and not receive any negative publicity whatsoever. Because why? They're liberal media. And I mean, I'm not super conservative. I'm definitely not liberal by any means. I'm just like pro the right thing at the end of the day. Like, people will be like, well, are you a Republican or Democrat? I'm like, I'm pro the right guy. I'm pro the right people. Like, I don't care. I mean, if you think a president is going to save you, make you rich, you're a fool. I mean, you're the one that determines your success at the end of the day. I just hate how the left, whatever. I'm not even going to get into it. I could just go on and on all day. It's like talking to a brick wall. Keeps making lower highs and lower lows. I think we've got one last bounce, hopefully. I think we could reach right around 10 again. But, man, well, either way, I already said I'm holding myself to it. I said I'm selling end of day. So I'm selling end of day.
We know that election was
I'm cutting the losses. I want to get 10 out of it, but like I said, I mean these were obviously, you see the spike in the volume. That's good news. But I made horrible trades last week. I had the chance to break even, pretty damn close, minus like just percent or two. But I held. I'm not holding anymore. I could have made the losses back plus some if I'd have just sold. And it's just TVIC specifically. I mean, it's got potential. It's definitely one hell of a day trade for sure. As we've pointed out, just about every single day. Yesterday was a hell of a day trade. Today had a few day trade opportunities. From here to here, you're looking at 3%. If you waited, started writing it up here to here, 3.5%, 4%. I mean, it's a hell of a day trade. But when I was trying to day trade it, I got it at a horrible time. I might get into it Thursday. It just depends. We'll see how the markets do tomorrow. But yeah, I just got to get out of it. I mean, like I said, I can make that money back by far plus some in 1, maybe 2 days, as long as I make good, solid trades.
Okay, you
7.5 minutes left.
and you also said here that you should have notified customers earlier. Would you support a rule that would require you to notify your users of a breach within 72 hours?
Senator, that makes sense to me, and I think we should have our team follow up with yours to discuss the details around that more.
Thank you. I just think part of this was when people don't even know that their data's been breached, that's a huge problem, and I also think we get to solutions faster when we get that information out there. Thank you, and we look forward to passing this bill. We'd love to pass it before the election on the honest ads, and looking forward to better disclosure this election. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Klobuchar. Senator Blunt's up next.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Senator Blunt, is that who they said?
I entered the Senate in 2011. I told you when I sent my
It's our Missouri senator.
printed, they came back from the Senate print shop with the message
Come on, baby, give us one last little push.
card they'd ever printed a Facebook address on. There are days when I've regretted that, but more days when we get lots of information that we need to get. There are days when I wonder if Facebook friends is a little misstated. It doesn't seem like I have those every single day. But you know, the platform you've created is really important. Now my son Charlie, who's 13, is dedicated to Instagram.
He has a son that's 13.
I mentioned him while I was here with
Good lord.
you. I haven't printed that on my card yet. I will say that.
Come on, baby.
Have that account as well.
Less than 5 minutes.
Connect people.
Get them trades in.
The information obviously is an important commodity, and it's what makes your business work. I get that. However,
Come on, we need a good little jump in volume really quickly.
maybe we can go through largely just even
The
yesterday
ask is out doing the buy. How the hell did it drop?
discussion of this. But do you
It's fucking horse shit, dude.
through cross-device tracking?
Manipulated piece of shit.
Senator, I believe we do link people's accounts between devices in order to make sure that their
Jump,
Facebook,
motherfucker.
Instagram, and their other experiences can be synced between their devices.
And that would also include off
All signs point towards ask is whooping bid's ass. Why the hell is it not going up to at least 992?
device they went through Facebook on. Is that
About damn time.
I want to make sure we get this right, so I want to have you follow up.
Jesus Christ.
Well, that doesn't seem that complicated to me. Now, you understand this better than I do. Maybe you can explain to me why that's complicated. Do you track devices that an individual who uses Facebook has
994. Okay, come on.
is connected to the device that they use for their Facebook connection, but not necessarily connected to Facebook?
I'm not sure the answer to that question.
Really?
Yes, there may be some data that is necessary to provide the service that we do, but I don't have that
fucking piece of shit Robinhood. Come on. I'm trying to just dump these damn shares. Order's been placed. Okay, looks like we at least hit it. Should have been executed. I got the notification on my phone. Now I just need to get the notification. Now watch, I'm gonna be surprised if like we jump up to $10 here. Man, that was bad. Okay, so there are things I'm gonna need to relog in. It looks like. Is my stream doing all right? It's kind of, my computer's kind of lagging. Hopefully everything's doing all right. So yeah, there you go. That's just today, obviously. I'm ready for Thursday. Needless to say, it's time to get back to work, keep my head down, and stay humble. That's why, going forward, stop loss. I will preach on and preach on and preach on and preach on. No matter how volatile something you're trading, stop loss can potentially save your ass. Now, I would not be surprised going into after hours if TVIX spikes to like 10 plus. The /VX fixed futures is going up. But I can't lie. I'm a little relieved to just finally be done with this sandstorm. Can do nothing but go up. Like I said, like I always said, I'm going to be 100% upfront with you guys. That those two are by far the worst trades I have ever made. It's better to learn it with a small account. I'm sure everybody, even bigger accounts, people I've been doing this years, have these kind of trades where it's just like, damn, I wish I could have had those trades back. But you live, you learn from that mistake. I've learned a lot through these trades. But yeah, you just live and learn at the end of the day. And like I always said, I'm always going to be 100% upfront with you guys. You guys literally just saw. I don't want to look at it anymore today. But today alone, that's why I clicked off. It's gone already. But that's not me. I wish that was me. Shout out to the subscriber who made over $3 grand today. That's awesome. But really had hoped to. Did you see TVIX was actually at like 1044? That was loud. I didn't see that coming. I knew it was close, but I didn't know it was coming yet. But did you see TVIX actually did jump to like 1042 or something around lunchtime? I thought it was higher than that. Maybe I need to go further back. Or maybe it was earlier. Okay, yeah, it was around 11:30 in the morning. I was like right as soon as I was going off. TVIX hit like 11:42 for a quick minute. It was on the rise up. I forget when you bought in exactly, Josh. But if I remember, you bought in. When did you buy? I know it was in the 10s. I don't remember when. Oh, it's on my previous chat from earlier. Whenever we went live, I know you were in the 10s. I don't remember. Were you 1042 exactly? I got a feeling you were like 1032 or something. But yeah, TVIX. The good thing is yes, VIX futures are still holding up right around 20. We're pretty much right where we started the day to begin with. Again, another good potential day trade out of TVIX, quick 3 to 4%. But goodness. My phone must be a little behind. Damn bell's been rung for a minute now, and they're just now showing the closing bell. But yeah, look, /VX still holding up good around 20. Looks like, where are we at right now? Looks like we're around 990 still. It's actively pushing up 993. It's seen a good little shot of volume after hours. You were in at 10.20, so I mean, oh, dude, you had a little bit of potential for. I don't think that'd been a huge profit margin, huh? Where we at? So 10.20 to right around here. Yeah, I mean, you weren't looking at huge profits, maybe 2%. I understand why you didn't sell, but looking at just like the 5-day, I just don't trust it when it comes to holding. Yes, overall for like the 10-day and 20-day even, we're still technically actively trending up. But when you look at like just the last 5 days, we've started to kind of really just consolidate right around like 980, really more like 975 to about 1040. So I mean, it's gonna be hard. I mean, I think you'll see at least 1020 tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised one bit. We've had 2 green days in a row now. What's due? On basic trend, based on the pattern that we've been going through the last few weeks, what is due? Pretty big red day. But who's to say? I mean, yesterday's green day was a green day with a grain of salt because obviously we had a huge sell-off going into after hours. Then President Xi came out, rose our market back up. Apparently Facebook raising the market up a little as well. Trump's gonna, one thing to keep an eye on, Trump is gonna reply about the whole Syria situation within the next day because he said 24 to 48 hours. That's coming up. Mark Zuckerberg, another round 2 coming up tomorrow. Don't forget earnings are still coming up. So tomorrow is setting up for a potential red day. If you look at just the overall what's all due still this week, a lot of earnings starting Thursday, and really Friday is when the big boys, the big banks really start reporting. So I would not be surprised at all if either tomorrow or Thursday is going to be one of the red days of the week, which would be good for TVIX, obviously. Very good for TVIX. VIX overall, 4/VX, TVIX. How they're setting up, that is why I'm saying tomorrow. If I was a betting man, obviously I'm no fortune teller, but if I was a betting man, I would say tomorrow out of the 2 have the best potential to be a red day, just because, like I said, overall trends of the last couple weeks with the markets. 2 green days, 1 red day, 1 green day, 1 red day, 2. I mean, it's almost a pattern that follows like that. Not exactly, but pretty close to it. So I do think Friday is going to be a solid green day with all the earnings coming out. I think the earnings are going to be good. I think that's going to kind of just shoot the markets up for the day. Probably another 500-point day on the Dow, obviously, but. Yeah, I mean, I think either tomorrow or Thursday will probably be a solid red day. Who knows how bad? It depends on how Trump reacts to Syria, what he says about China, what China actually continues to do. I think people are fools if they think the trade war is like just officially over. But I mean, we'll see. Look at MBR. I called MBR out on my Sunday stock watch, or someone brought it to my attention. I don't know. I think I called it out if I remember right because we were looking at scanners. I was scanning, and look, MBR went up 5.83% today, just since Monday. If we look at the 5-day, when was Monday? I done got my days all mixed up. Today's Tuesday, right? So just since Monday alone, we're up roughly. Let's see about. So for end of the day, 5%. Is up about 6% today. Apparently at one point it was up about 7. Come on now, fuck. Yeah, you could have got it in for a good 3 to 4% day trade today if you're watching out for that one. MBR, obviously not TVIX, but TVIX also had a bunch of day trading opportunities. Shit, I'm about out of water. I'm probably gonna end this live stream soon, guys. But yeah, I mean. Definitely thankful to at least finally have gotten rid of those shares. Tomorrow, I might totally regret it. TVIX might go to $11 tomorrow, especially if the market's red. DRIP, I don't really see DRIP tomorrow. I mean, it depends on how Trump reacts to Syria. But if Trump reacts how I think Trump's going to react to Syria, DRIP. Who's to say? But that in turn would mean what? Good swing or even good day trade potential on Gush. But tomorrow overall is setting up for tomorrow or Thursday. Like I said, I'm no fortune teller, but I'm betting within the next 2 market days we're probably going to experience a red day. I mean, it's due. Let's be real here. SPY, let's see how it ended overall. Ended up right around 265. I mean, it held above 265. I said it needed to hold above 265. It seemed to have done that. So, I mean, let's see. I say the next mark is 266 and then 270 from there. So, let's see what happens tomorrow. I mean, it'll be interesting for sure. We're going to see a sell-off tomorrow. Or, I mean, it'll be interesting. Like I said, this week is really going to start to kind of clear our vision a little bit, hopefully. Clear our vision a little bit on what's going to really happen going forward. PES had a nice little move today. Obviously a penny stock that I don't really like too much anymore. I don't know why I even have it in there, but it went up almost 6% today as well. So I mean, there were a lot of good movers. FSM went up a little bit, not too much, but up about 1% overall on the day. If you caught it at the low, waited for confirmation, you would have made a quick 2 to 3%. So there were a lot of little movers today. There was potential for day trading for sure. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if we got how many we have tuning in right now. But yeah, again, just want to thank you guys for continued support. If you see this video in the future, you're probably fast forwarding through a lot. But hopefully you guys did enjoy the stream today. Sorry that I was gone for like an hour when I expected to only be gone for about half an hour. Like I said, I just got busy on the phone and girlfriend showed up for a little bit and whatnot. Drip up to $11 again after hours. TVIX, I don't know where it's currently at. TVIX is currently right around 10.03, it looks like. Maybe? No. Yeah, 10.03, so it did break $10. But yeah, so I'm thinking about hopping on again tomorrow for a little bit. I don't know how long I'll stay on. It just depends again how the market goes. If it seems kind of slow, if it's any slower than today, then I probably won't stay on all that long in all honesty, just because obviously I don't have nothing to trade with. I'm waiting until Thursday. Thursday is going to be my, wow, look at that, 10.05. It's pushing. But watch to see if it gets rejected right around 10.10, the SMA on the 1 day or 5 day in this case. But MACD showing signs of, I think we might see it push on up to around where you bought today, Josh. But yeah, be watching that after hours. But yeah, I'm probably at least going to hop on tomorrow morning for a little bit just to interact with you guys. I'm not just going to leave you all hanging just because I can't make any trades. If anything, I might do a little bit of paper trading. Who knows? Just depends on how I'm feeling. But yeah, I'm going to try to go ahead and hop off here and get a video made hopefully for you guys. So hopefully I can post that tonight or sometime tomorrow. Just depends. Man, keep on burping. But yeah, so hopefully you guys did enjoy the live stream. Again, if you did, definitely make sure to smash that like button. I greatly appreciate it. Not a lot of movement today. Finally cut losses overall. That's the roundup for today. But until next time, guys, keep on going out there making the profits, covering your profits, cutting your losses, and achieving some financial freedom this year. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Take it easy, guys.